Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Cricket Buffet. Today, we preview the big one, Australia versus India. Dan will be taking a look at the Indian team, and I will be covering the Australian team. So let's get right into it. Dan, how do you see this Indian team faring this series, and what's your take on them?
Look, it's a good Indian team that's coming to Australia. Quite an impressive batting unit, good bowling unit, probably the strongest Indian bowling unit I've seen come to Australia, certainly for some time, and a very good young wicketkeeper to keep an eye out for. The Indian batsman, looking at Murali Vijay to take his opportunity, he wasn't going to play in this first test. An injury to Prithvi Shaw has given him that opportunity, and he needs to grab it. Good performer 4 years ago, good chance to perform again in this series. And look out for the wicketkeeper. He looks to be a good player, Punt. He has got a lot of talent. Needs to work a little bit on his glove work, but his batting is excellent. So those two players to keep an eye on.
All right. As far as the Australian team goes, I think they more or less pick themselves. The bowling unit has been stable for the past few years, so you will see them going with three big fast bowlers and Nathan Lyon. The batting is a bit of a concern for Australia with their two big guns, Smith and Warner, missing, but it's been for a while now, and I think at home they would have worked out the combinations. For me, Khwaja is the one to look out for. I think his home record is stellar. He's got an average of 59 at home against an overall average of 43. He's coming off some red hot form from the UAE. So he's the man to watch out for Australia as far as the batting goes. And the other one being Shaun Marsh. I think Shaun Marsh would really like to redeem himself. His bogey team has been India. His lowest series average of 2.3 was recorded against them back in 2011. So he would like to write that record. And let's not forget, he had an awesome Ashes series the last time around, being one of the top scorers. So keep an eye out for these two batsmen to really trouble the Indian team. Langer has said that he likes the Khwaja Finch combination. So if he wants to keep that going, he might get in Hanscom in the middle order. But if he's looking to blood the youngster in Marcus Harris, coming back off some great form in consecutive season, then Khwaja will drop to the pivotal one-drop position and everybody else dropping a position below with Hanscom missing out. But the batting is the only concern, but I think on home side, I think they'll be able to sort it out. So I think Australia, all in all, looks set to go. I think the big one for Australia as far as the bowling goes is Nathan Lyon. I think as much as India will prepare for the big fast bowlers, India need to really watch out for Lyon. Lyon has performed phenomenally well against the Indians. He's taken about 64 wickets against them. And in the last time they played was in 2017 in India. He took an 8-4 or a 7-4. So he's done really well against them. And the preceding series in 2014, he took 19 wickets in 3 tests. So for a spinner to perform that well against possibly the best batting unit in the world against spin, it speaks of the quality of him. So India, as much as they will prepare for the fast bowlers, they need to watch out for Nathan Lyon. So that's a take on both teams. It's prediction time. Dan, how are you going?
Yeah, Australia, they're hard to beat on home. So I know South Africa's had a success against Australia, but not too many other teams have. I think Australia, I was thinking, can India win 2 tests in Australia? And I just can't see them doing it. So I'm going to go 2, or actually I can probably see India winning, but I think they won't. There's 2 tests. I'm going to go Australia 2-1.
Well, that's Dan's take, 2-1. I have to similarly agree with Dan. This Indian team has a lot of quality about them. Virat Kohli is a really positive leader, and there's no backward step in his dictionary. So he'll go out for the victory, but I think Australian home soil will back too much firepower for this Indian outfit. So, like Dan, I'm also going 2-1 Australia. Final thoughts, Dan?
Final thoughts, 1 on India, 1 on Australia. If India leave it all to Kohli again like they did in South Africa and England, they will get the same result, a test series loss. And if Australia get what they got from their 4 bowlers last summer, where they all took 20 plus wickets each, if they get 15 plus from them this summer, Australia will win.
And for my take, on the Australian side, India need to watch out for Usman Khwaja. I really think he's going to come big in this series. From an Indian perspective, I think India needs to really unleash Kuldeep Yadav on the Australians. India possess a rare commodity in a left-arm wrist spinner, which no other cricket test nation has in their arsenal. I think it's time to unleash him. It's one thing doing well in T20 and limited overs and at home, but I think a player's confidence will finally come through once he's got the backing of the team abroad. I don't think India can do it at Adelaide and Perth, since both of them now support pace bowling predominantly. Not Perth as always, but Adelaide now has some grass on it, so maybe not the first two tests. But if India can not be too far behind, I think they need to unleash him at the MCG and at the SCG, which both favour spin towards the latter half of the test. Australia will fight it hard against him. Let's not forget, he's the one who troubled them in Dharamshala and helped India win the series.
So that's it from us. We can't wait for this series to start, and we'll see you at the end of this test. But for now, it's goodbye.